Hi guys, what's up? This is Shubhadeep from eGadgets for you. Now in this video, I'll give you a complete review of the new Intex Aqua Train. It's the latest handset from Intex and this is my first review of our Intex handset after using it for some time. So let's dig deep into the specification and other aspects of this particular phone. The Intex Aqua Train has a 3000 mAh of battery at the back. It's made out of premium plastic. The look and feel of this particular handset does give you an impression that it's a metal build, but it's not. End of the day, it's plastic and well crafted also. The battery has a tendency to last a full working day even with a high usage, and playing games like Asphalt and watching movies and all, still the battery has lasted for one single day with a full charge. So that is definitely a thumbs up from a battery perspective. The basic feature of the Intex Aqua Train is that you do not find a cluster of apps, but you do have some of the pre-installed apps like the MX Player, the Myntra, the Skype, the Quikr, etc. So these are pretty straightforward stuffs, helpful stuffs, but at the end of the day, it's pre-installed and you can easily go ahead and install any of the other apps that comes along with it. Even in the drop-down menu, you will find that it does not have an auto brightness sensor. You just need to manually set it up. Other than that, you just have the straightforward, the flashlight, the hot knot and something else. So let's just very quickly go to the settings, navigate to about your phone, and you find that the Intex Aqua Train runs an Android version of 5.1, which is Lollipop, straight out of the box. Storage wise, you get a 16 gigs of internal storage, out of which something around 10 gigs is available to the users, and additionally you get to extend it with a micro SD card up to 32 gigs. So that way there is a decent amount of storage available in this particular device. Intex Aqua Train does supports the OTG also, so it comes in handy while watching movies or browsing through your office files. Under settings, you find something that says a hot knot. Now it's a new addition in this particular handset. Enabling it, you can easily exchange your videos or your images or stuff like that by just touching another device along with this particular device. So it's a great deal in order to transfer your data from one phone to the other. Again, you have something that says a gesture sensing. If you enable this particular thing, you get to move the photos in the gallery, take pictures in the camera, move the songs in the music list just through finger sensors and the finger gestures only. So that comes in handy also to a great deal. Again, you have a smart wake. If you enable this particular thing, you can enable your phone to, like, say you can draw a C and the camera will awake, or you draw a E and the browser will awake. So this is a smart implementation that is being found in the new Intex Aqua Train. Although on the drop-down menu you do not find the auto brightness sensor, but here in the, under settings display you get something that says the adaptive brightness. Now if you enable this particular thing, it says that it will optimize your brightness level for the available light. So somewhere or the other, this may act as auto brightness sensor in this particular device also. Additionally, there is FM in this particular handset, so that comes in handy for listening to songs and all. You do get a good set of earphones along with this Intex Aqua Trains, so that way you get a good deal to play along and get a good time pass along with this particular device. The implementation is a bit tricky on this particular device. You just need to long press the home button to actually navigate to the recent app list or the application task manager list over here. You can clean them or swipe them from here itself. Now again, if you just press this multitasking button, it will show you the option to go to the settings, the wallpapers and the widgets. Now my only complaint is that the wallpapers that are pre-installed in this particular device is not so trendy, does not look good at all. So that way it's a complaint. It's my personal feeling that because I have a feeling to see the wallpapers, the default wallpapers that comes along in a handset. So that way I am a bit disappointed. Again, it's me end of the day. The Intex Aqua Train has a 5-inch of screen display. It has an IPS panel due to which the viewing angles are great in this particular device. It supports a resolution of 720 into 1280 pixels. That is good, and obviously it has a 293 ppi pixel density. So those are good figures, great figures. IPS panel also makes sure that the brightness and the sensors does not affect even if you tilt the device to any acute angle whatsoever. So that way you get a good deal in the display department. Although we do not have the Gorilla Glass, it's missing over there. So that is something I must say it's a downwards for this particular handset. They could have included a Gorilla Glass easily in this particular device. Again, you should not compare it with the display of a Super AMOLED that you find in the Samsung handsets. Considering the budget that this particular handset comes along with, the display is obviously a great deal. The color saturations and the contrast are perfect. Intex Aqua Train does performs a great deal in the Antutu benchmark test also. It gives you a healthy 24,600, so it's a great score. Again, if I dig deep into the device info of this particular handset, you will see that it runs on a MediaTek MT6735 chipset with a quad-core processor that is clocked at 1.3 GHz. It has a GPU of Mali T720 and has a 2 gigs of RAM. So those are some of the wonderful figures that you can find in this particular handset. The 2 gigs of RAM, the decent processor, the chipset, the IPS panel and a good resolution support with a good pixel density makes sure that you can play a game of Asphalt 8 be hassle-free in this particular device. I have not found any lag whatsoever. Even after playing it for a long period of time, my only complaint is that there is a bit of warming issue around the battery corner over there, around the camera edges in this particular handset, but then again that is not something a hitting issue or something that's a deal breaker at the end of the day. My understanding is that even for a budget handset of this particular device, it has performed to a great deal in some of the greatest games played in this particular device. The performance does not lags or drops even while browsing the net also. This particular device does loads your website very fast. So it's great for reading experiences and also great for browsing the internet. The pinch to zoom works without failure each and every time. Although I'm not a big fan of the touch sensation in this particular device, but still it does not lags. It does performs, in fact outperforms in each and every aspect on the task that has been thrown at it. The loading speed makes sure that you get a great experience while browsing the nets also. It has certainly exceeded my expectation with the performance in this new Intex Aqua Train. Obviously it's a trendy handset according to me. As you can see, for a YouTube video it supports a 720p resolution, so that is a great deal. In fact, even if we push the volume to maximum, you will find that the sound output is quite great in this particular device. And obviously you have lovely headphones that comes along with this particular device, so you can use that too while watching movies. As you can see, even with the 720p resolution, this video of my wife's cooking channel Cook With Shonali is playing to a great deal, and also the sound output is obviously the great I have seen in this particular device. The dial pad from the phone section of this particular phone is also good. There is enough spacing. Typing the number is also a great experience. Making phone calls is also a great deal, as because the earpiece does have some decent sound output. Reading or typing SMSs is also a delight. My only complaint is with the alphabetical pad. Although you will find that there is distinct spaces in between the alphabets, but the tabs are not that distinctly visible. So I guess it's my personal opinion that there should be a bit of trouble in typing for some elderly people or something like that. Again, it's me, but I have seen much better numpads and much better keypads from other devices also. So that maybe at the back of the mind it's causing me that yeah, obviously this can be an issue in this particular device, but it's not a deal breaker, I must say. The most important aspect of this particular handset is obviously the camera. It has a 13 megapixel shooter at the back and a 5 megapixel shooter at the front. Additionally, if you go to the settings, you will find that you will get a lot of options to play along with. Even for the camera, you get this timestamp, the zero shutter delay, anti-shake, voice capture, face detection. Many types of available modes, and each and everything are available to play around with and take the perfect snap for you. Additionally, you also get this beautiface, the night mode, the landscape mode, the portrait mode and stuff like that. So you get a great deal with the camera also. Let me guide you through some of the pictures that I've taken using this particular camera. As you can see, all the objects are quite distinct and quite visible in this particular figure also. The sharpness, the edges, the contrast, each and everything are just perfect. For this particular photo, as you can see that the color differences and obviously the perfectness of this particular object came out just wonderful. The tap to focus also works to a great deal, as is evident in this particular object. You can see each and every buds are so clearly visible, so distinctly visible. So the tap to focus does works to a great deal. My complaint with the camera is that when you get a good light condition or sunshine, or you shoot it outside, you get some of the wonderful photos along with it, but the quality drops to a great deal when it comes to low light shooting. that way or the other, the camera is not a great deal at shooting in the low light conditions. Even when you use tap to focus on certain objects, sometimes it takes time to lay emphasis on the focal area. But those are minor adjustments. I guess people can live around with that. And even with a software update, I guess those issues can be dealt with. It's not a deal breaker end of the day. The front camera is also a great deal. As you can see with the 5 megapixel shooter, the selfie that I have taken did come up wonderful. It's obviously a great feeling. I personally love the front camera. Although I can say over here that the saturations and the brightness are not the highest compared to other handsets that I have seen using the 5 megapixel shooter, but still it's a decent one, it's a great one. Now as far as my verdict goes for the Intex Aqua Train, obviously it's a great handset. It looks good, feels good to the hand also. But there are certain aspects in which I have some complaints. The implementations like the auto brightness sensors, adjusting the volume while playing a movie or while playing a game or watching a movie is not a great deal. I am saying it's not. It's sort of a phone that has a lot of features, but it's not user friendly at the end of the day. The implementation could have been a lot nicer. But if I keep aside all these particular things and just concentrate on the price that it comes along with and the features that it boasts with, and obviously the display, the processor, the 2 gigs of RAM, and the multitasking ability of this particular handset, you will be amazed to see that this particular device does outperforms. Multitasking also not an issue. The pinch to zoom while surfing the net works to a great deal. So it's definitely a thumbs up. But obviously for the camera, my slight point is that when there is a low light condition, it does not shoots picture to a great deal. But it's not a deal breaker end of the day. That's it guys. Hope this video helps. Please stay subscribed to my channel to catch more interesting updates from me. I'll catch you guys in my next video very soon. Bye for now.